Dark Sci-Facility was released around mid-November 2017, becoming the hardest map in Floodscape 2 at the time. I know it's hard to imagine that because nowadays it's the easiest map in the game. Just kidding. And with that though came the birth of the race for the fastest run of the map. In this video, I will be piecing together what remains of the history of the world record runs for Dark Sci-Facility. Be sure you want to stick around till the end because this video is fascinating. A major source I use for this video is speedrun.com. It displays the runs that people have done for every map. And there are 4 types of speedruns you can do. There's the glitchless solos, there's the glitchless duos, which is the same thing with 2 people instead. There's the death percent, which is the longest time you can get in a map without dying. It's pretty goofy, but and then there's the any percent, which anything goes. The category that I will be focusing on in this video, though, is the glitchless solos category, because that is the only category that I care about. There is a feature built into the website that allows you to see the world records from the past, but unfortunately the website only goes back to March of 2021. Every other run before that is not displayed. The reason for this, I believe, is because around that time is when Dark Sci-Facility got updated for the agility update, making all the other runs invalid. But for the sake of storytelling in this video, I will be listing every world record run since the release of the map. Because I didn't have a nice list to go off of from the website, I had to scour the internet for lost runs. That's right. Fortunately, I found a lot of YouTube videos of past world records. I pretty much just typed in YouTube Dark Sci-Facility world record, sorted by upload date, and picked out all the videos. Because of this, this list is not going to be 100% accurate, which is unfortunate. But the reason for this is because a lot of the runs just aren't public anymore. For example, a few prominent runners in the early days, to name a few, Pinecones or XOLB, no longer have their channels public. So if you are aware of any runs that I missed in the video, or any false information that I'm spreading, be sure to tell me in the comments. With that out of the way, let's go to the first former world record that I found on YouTube, which was uploaded on December 14th, 2017 by the user Zenkoina. And if I mispronounce any of these usernames, be sure to bash me in the comments as well. With a time of 1 minute and 16.76766 seconds. Holy cow, that's so good! Just kidding, it's ass! It features no shortcuts whatsoever. It is a basic, bare bones run, as no one really claimed the world record yet. So you could just upload a run and call it the world record. Anyways, yeah, none of the shortcuts that we know today have been discovered. Also, this was a time before the game displayed your time in-game, so you had to manually time your own runs. As you can see in the video, their timer starts when you take your first steps and ends when the "you survived" displays. The next run I found was uploaded by the same user the next day with a 1 minute and 15.566 run. The only tactic used in this run that is different from the previous is not jumping for the second button to gain half a second. A major factor used to gain speed in Flood Escape 2 is how fast you are able to push the buttons. The button's hitbox does not require you to actually have to touch the button. So learning how to press it fast is an essential skill to learn when speedrunning Flood Escape 2. You can use shift lock to move your character and barely hit the hitbox of the button to gain 0.001 seconds. Very important, okay? Take notes. I believe during this time, the user Pinecones was competing for the record, because in the comments it says Pinecones has got back the world record. Unfortunately, I was only able to recover a small handful of his runs, which do not include this one, unfortunately. The next run on my list that I found that claims to be the former world record was uploaded on January 1st, 2018 by the user Troy9Boy with a 1 minute and 12.9 run. Again, no shortcuts were made in this run. He was just able to wall jump fast and cut corners. The next run was uploaded on January 30th, 2018 by the user Koyuki, or known at the time as AtsukoX, with a 1 minute and 10.5 second time. This run is the first run that features the legendary box shortcut. This was an essential shortcut to master, as it shaved off nearly 3 seconds of time. After this run, people began to look for more shortcuts, and on May 20th, 2018, uploaded by Fading Memory, or 10 Blue ID Wolf 07 at the time, was a 1 minute and 8.547 second run that featured a new important shortcut that is still used to this day. When going for the second button, you can skip most of the room, saving nearly 2 seconds of time. This shortcut was found by the user Xerixzillis, according to the video description here. So I'm gonna call it the Xerixzillis skip because he's my homie and I can do that. So some minor strats were also used in this run. There are multiple spots where they jump over boxes straight onto beams to avoid the unnecessary jumping onto the boxes. This is also the first run to feature the in-game timer, making it much easier for players to get accurate results. Then, on May 25th, 2018, the run of 1 minute 7.747 seconds was uploaded by the user Mellow Kingdom, or more famously known as Pine Cones. That's right. This was only one of the 2 runs that I found of this legendary speedrunner. It's unfortunate because there is a lot of evidence from other people's videos of Pine Cones constantly competing for the Dark Sci-Facility world record. This run features both the Xerixzillis skip and the box shortcut. They were able to successfully press every button fast, wall jump fast, and cut corners. This is only a glimpse into the power that Pine Cones holds. Now, this is where it gets a little bit hectic, because on November 2nd, 2018, uploaded by the user KaiMK, is a video with the previous Pine Cones run and a run by the user Moblox side by side. Moblox beats Pine Cones record by 0.1 of a second with a 1 minute 7.665 time, becoming the new world record holder. Then on February 8th, uploaded by the same user KaiMK, is another side-by-side comparison of 2 people's runs. This time it was between the user Jackie722006 and Bumblebee Slayer. However, Bumblebee Slayer's run is in map test, while Jackie's is in the official game, making Jackie's run the only real run here, with a time of 1 minute and 6.935 seconds. Another side-by-side video by KaiMK was uploaded on March 13th, 2019, of a Pine Cones run with someone else. This time it was Jackie again, who dethrones Pine Cones. Pine Cones run was 1 minute and 6.931 seconds, and Jackie's was 1 minute and 6.622 seconds. This is the only other run of Pinecones that I found. Both of these were not uploaded by Pinecone's main channel, which is why I found them. But nevertheless, Pinecones was a very prominent figure that needs to be remembered. Anyways, he doesn't show up. He's done. There's no more Pinecones runs from here on. But on May 26th, 2019, the user JazzStreet entered the picture with a run of 1 minute and 6.351 seconds. In the video title, it says he uses an FPS unlocker, which allows him to perform shortcuts with higher precision. And a month later, they beat their own record ever so slightly with a 1 minute 6.295 time. According to the description of the video, the spawn location of the player is now a determining factor on whether it will be a good run or not. If you spawn too far away from the wall jump, it could cost you the run, which is ridiculous. On November 26th, 2019, a 1 minute and 5.281 time was uploaded to YouTube by the user Relieved Liberty. They showcase a new strat to improve the speed of the first wall jump. Instead of jumping onto the wall jump right away, they utilize the truss in the corner to get a boost up the wall jump. The technique is known as back jumping. It is an essential skill to acquire if you want to succeed in speedrunning Flood Escape 2. It involves the player jumping ever so slightly onto the edge of a platform to get a boost in the air. It's weird, but it's a thing that exists. Usually it takes 5 jumps to get up the wall jumps, right? He does it in 3. He then improves his time to 1 minute and 4.682 seconds on October 13th, 2022. Holy crap, they must have held the record for over a year because I couldn't find any other records in between these two videos. Anyone else can find some records from that time period, go find them, but I couldn't. Anyways, 2 weeks later, JazzStreet comes back to reclaim his title. And on October 29th, 2020, JazzStreet uploads a run with a time of 1 minute and 0.73 seconds, improving the time by 3 seconds. He introduces a new legendary shortcut that changes the game. Quite literally, this has just completely opened the door to new possibilities for speedrunning. Introducing the wall hop. It involves flicking the player on the wall where 2 parts come together, allowing the player to essentially hop across the wall. It's quite ridiculous. It's just like the back jump. What the heck? Why are these a thing? But anyways, in this case, JazzStreet discovered he could perform the wall hop here, saving lots of time. Now, I don't know if this shortcut was discovered by JazzStreet, because it's not clear, but this is the first run that I found that has this technique. So, since this was the first shortcut discovered that includes the wall hop, I will call it the Wall Hop 1 skip. That's right. The next run uploaded on January 19th, 2021 by the user WeldDan with a 1 minute 0.33 time includes a new wall hop skip that is legendary. After pushing the first button in the second room, he wall hops above the entrance, skipping most of the room. I'm going to call this skip Wall Hop 2. JazzStreet comes back 7 days later to reclaim his record yet again with the first sub-minute glitchless run at 58.597 second time. He introduces another spot to wall hop. That's right. That's how ridiculous the wall hop is. You can just cheat through the whole map. It's crazy. Just before entering the second room, he skips most of the obstacles by hopping across the wall. What the heck, dude? What the heck? He also combines Wall Hop 1 and Wall Hop 2, making the box shortcut obsolete. That's right, the box shortcut. People do not use it anymore nowadays for speedruns. It's just too slow. Unfortunately, the new wall hop he discovered becomes meaningless. Yeah, that's right. Because as this is the last run before the agility update gets introduced. On April 23rd, 2021, the user Richard iOS 275, a popular YouTuber that everyone knows, let's be real, uploaded the first official former world record of the map with a 55.507 second time. With the new slide obstacle, a new shortcut was found instantly that accomplishes what Jazz Street discovered in far less time. The skip includes jumping on top of the wedge to avoid jumping on the beams, coining the name wedge jump. That's right. This shortcut is probably nowadays the most popular shortcut that players use. It's quite simple to pull off. On June 12th, 2021, the user Jax Quinn claimed the record with a 54.931 time. A new strat used in this run is jumping onto the platform that was added for the rescue mission to jump across, saving half a second. And on September 21st, 2021, the user Lured uploaded a 53.8 second run. And the major strat that he used in this run is improving Jax Quinn's rescue mission platform skip by jumping straight across instead of jumping onto that second platform and doing like a back jump. Like, he just jumped straight across. Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. But on to October 11th, 2021, the user Noli Swag improved the time by 0.3 seconds with a 53.5 second time. There wasn't much new strats introduced in this run. It's just he pulled it off better than everyone else in the world. So, the famous YouTuber O0Omega, that's right, decided to get in on the action. He's a popular speedrunner, and on October 20th, 2021, he claimed the record with a 52.85 second time. His run is the highest viewed former world record run that I found, with 88k plus views, garnering a lot of attention to the speedrunning scene of Flood Escape 2 with his dream skin. That's why I put him in the thumbnail. He also brought in a new strat in this run where he skips the first wall jumps altogether. He back jumps onto, there's like a little ledge, a tiny ledge that you can get on, and then he jumps onto the truss again to get onto the, what the heck, it's so weird. On November 24th, 2021, Jax Quinn comes back to reclaim his record with a 52.788 second time, barely beating Mega's time. He then improves his time to 52.3 seconds 3 days later. A new strat that he uses is to back jump off of the rescue mission platform to make the skip slightly faster. On December 3rd, 2021, the user AndyC7222 uploaded a 51.998 run, but Jax Quinn was quick. He was quicker, and he got a 51.411, keeping his title. Unfortunate for Mr. Andy. The record was held by Jax Quinn for nearly a year. There was not a lot of new shortcuts that people were finding. It was hard to beat his record, okay? But on September 28th, 2022, the user Sir Oscar uploaded a run of 51.06 seconds. And then only 7 days later, though, the record was taken by the user Gab Quishy with a 50.742 second run. Both of these runs didn't really introduce any new strats, however, they were just able to pull off all the shortcuts with more accuracy and precision. The current world record now sits at 49.945 seconds by the user Let's. He improves the wedge jump by back jumping off the platform and then wall hopping on the wall where the blue light is, avoiding jumping on the wedge altogether, which seems insane. How can people do that? That's crazy. But yeah, that's the current world record. This is where the story ends, but I'm sure there's gonna be new strategies that are found. It's inevitable, okay? No matter what, players are gonna find new ways to get the fastest time possible. With this new air dive feature, you can now fall faster, so I'm sure that's gonna be utilized to gain 0.1 of a second. I don't know. Speedrunners, take notes. Anyways, to recap all the major shortcuts that were found in Dark Sci-Facility, we have the box shortcut from early 2019 that is unfortunately no longer used in speedruns today. The Xerxilla skip, the oldest shortcut that is still used to this day. We got wall hop 1, wall hop 2, crazy freaking shortcuts like the wedge jump, and with the wall jump skip, pretty crazy. Oh, and the rescue platform skip. Oh my god, how is this? How are these found? It's crazy. You are able to master all these shortcuts and master the techniques of wall hopping and back jumping. You have a slim shot to get the world record. But it's very hard to learn all these techniques. It's very complicated. If you enjoyed this type of video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so I will do more. Also comment which maps I should dive into next. Ooh, we're good. I'm thinking about honestly making like a video recapping every like update that's been added to Flood Escape 2. I think that would be pretty interesting, but let me know. Also, I was inspired by the YouTuber Summoning Salt. He makes some pretty entertaining speedrun videos. Be sure to check those out. I'm sure you probably have already though. A link to his channel is in the description. Thanks for watching. And I'm out of here.